The murder of a 23-year-old beauty queen is under scrutiny in Philadelphia after the DA's office dropped an assault and kidnapping charge against the man arrested in connection with her disappearance because he didn't show up to court. Philadelphia's far-left District Attorney Larry Krasner now walking back his initial comments that appear to lay blame on the judge, but still saying it's the system that's broken.
It was pretty clear that I wasn't putting the blame on the judges. I think I was pretty clear that I was blaming the existence of cash bail. The bail system is broke. That should be fixed. That was not a criticism of individual judges. That was a criticism of that system. What I can tell you is that the buck stops here. We recognize that there are some things that could have been done better in this case.
Let's bring in Judge Pat Dugan. He's running to unseat Krasner, and he joins us now. Judge, thanks so much for joining the program this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So one of the issues that I have with Krasner's statement is a lot of the policies that's coming out that he says he doesn't like, he actually has advocated in the past. And I just want to show you this screen that we pull up. This is some of the policies. He stopped seeking cash bail for certain misdemeanors and nonviolent felonies, reduced charges or declined to prosecute low-level offenses like marijuana possession and sex work and retail theft, reduced the number of children charged as adults, reduced reliance on incarceration and probation, and avoided seeking the death penalty. And all of this together created this disaster, right?
What's broken in Philadelphia is the system because of Larry Krasner. Larry Krasner refuses to be a partner with the police department, with the mayor, with the courts. It is by design. And this poor, beautiful young woman, Kata Scott, I believe Larry Krasner has enabled Mr. Keon King. I'm calling him a co-conspirator in her murder because he refuses to train his DAs. Imagine that. He doesn't train brand new DAs. So then they go in front of a court. They don't know what they're doing. He doesn't give them mentors. He doesn't give them training. He doesn't give them supervision. He doesn't teach them how to refile a case. He doesn't review cases with them. He doesn't teach them how to seek a higher bail if a judge or a magistrate gives a bail that Krasner doesn't like. This is by design. He is trying to create chaos. Kata Scott is dead, but this has been going on for 8 years because of Krasner's policies. We have had over 3,200 murders during Larry Krasner's 8 years, which is the highest we've ever had in an 8-year period. What's broken is Larry Krasner's policies coming out of the district attorney's office. He refuses to be a prosecutor. It is literally the fox in the hen house.
So, Judge, what do you do on day one to turn this around?
Day one, I train my DAs on how to prosecute, how to represent victims, how to uphold the law. Our job as prosecutors is to protect our citizens and do justice. If there are violent criminals out there, they need to go to jail. I have to explain to people, I am a judge. I was a judge for 17 years. And one of the things that I did, I ran Veterans Court, a holistic, restorative type of justice. Recidivism rate was less than 10%. So I believe in second chances. But the people running around with guns, carjackings, they need to go to jail and go to jail quickly. Men like Keon King, he should have been put away earlier this year. In fact, Keon King was in front of judges for 3 different times, and the prosecutor never told the court that Keon King actually had an arrest warrant on him. He should have been taken into custody. Forget the bail. There was another warrant out, and it's up to the prosecutors to alert the courts. And Krasner's office failed to do it because they're untrained or they're doing it on purpose. Probably a little bit of both. It's insane what Larry Krasner's been doing in Philadelphia. It's insane that the voters of Philadelphia have voted him in twice. It's insane that the leaders of Philadelphia refuse to come out and call him out.
Well, I tell you what, Judge, you have a passion for the people. It is palpable. And I hope you'll come back because we're going to be following this race. Something definitely has to change. I'm short on time, but I hope you'll come back. Thank you, sir.
Make sure everybody votes, folks. November 4th.
Most definitely.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.